Hey, what's up guys, it's Josh06. This is my tutorial on how to crack WPA on a WPS enabled access point using Reaver on Backtrack 5. For this you'll be needing of course Backtrack 5, but in this case you'll need the R2 version specifically because it comes with Reaver and Walsh pre-installed. I'm booting off my SanDisk 4GB flash drive. You're also going to need a compatible wireless injection card. I'm using my Netgear WG111V2 wireless card. You can get this stuff over the site skidhacker.com/store, as well as other tutorials such as these and hacking services that can be beneficial to you. So don't forget to check that out, skidhacker.com. Okay, so before we get started, some of you may be asking, what is Reaver? What is WPS? WPS is short for Wi-Fi Protected Setup. It's a feature coming on most of the newer access points. It was a feature that was intended to create a more simple setup process when connecting to a network. So basically there's two types of WPS setup methods. There's the push button method and the pin method. The push button method, basically before you connect to a WPS access point, you go to the client and you press the WPS button, whether it be a software WPS button or hardware, you press that. Then you walk over to the access point, press the hardware or software WPS button, and it will send the encryption settings back over to the client and get it set up and connected. The WPS pin method is a 8-digit pin hard-coded to the access point. Basically you input that pin to the client trying to connect, and it will send the encryption settings back over to the client, get it set up and connected. Reaver attempts to brute force this pin method. The Reaver documentation says it could take anywhere from basically instant cracking to about 8 hours of brute forcing. Okay, so to get started, just open up a terminal and we're going to see what interfaces we have connected. To do that, just run airmon-ng, and my interface is WLAN 0, and to enable injection on it and monitor mode, just run airmon-ng start in your interface. And it's going to be set on a new virtual interface mon 0. Okay, so many of you may be wondering, how do I know if there's a WPS exploitable access point around me? This is where Walsh comes in. It's a addition to Reaver. This tool finds WPS enabled access points. So we're just going to run it really quick. I'm going to show the -help printout just for reference. There, these are all the arguments it has. Basically when you use this, you're just going to use the -i option, which is your interface. And as I said before, it's enabled on mon 0, so we're going to run that. Walsh-i mon 0. Alright, so here's all the WPS access points. There's only one that's mine right now. It's skidhacker.com is the ESSID, and the BSSID is right here. So basically, if a new one comes up, it'll populate there in real time. So to stop scanning, hit Control, hit C. Alright, so now to show Reaver, it's going to run the -help printout as well. Here. There's some pretty good options, like to get set the channel 5 GHz option, the Mac, ESSID, and some other ones. So basically to run this, we're just going to run Reaver -i, your interface, -mon 0 -b, and you go back up to where you scanned with Walsh here and copy the BSSID and paste it. Alright, so now it's pasted, and then -v for just more verbosity, and I'm going to run that. And if you tried it before, say restore session, and I've tried it before. So here's just trying to brute force the WPS pin. So here's an attempt, and here's an attempt. Basically about 1 a second, and you can change the speed it attempts to brute force it. Actually right here it says about 2 pins a second. Okay, so this is what would happen if it did get the pin, and I have the pin right here. I'm going to run it with the -p option for pin. I'm going to type it in. Alright, so here's the 8-digit pin. I'm going to run that. Alright, and it found it was the duplicate pin, and here's the WPA PS key password. Complex password underscore 1337. So what I like about this, no matter how complex the WPA password is, it's gonna crack it. It's not like normal WPA cracking where you need to dictionary attack or brute force if you have enough power. It's always gonna crack the WPA key. Alright, so that's my tutorial on how to crack WPA on a WPS enabled access point using Reaver on Backtrack 5 R2. If you didn't find any WPS enabled access points in your area, don't forget to check out KB12K's tutorial on how to crack WPA the old school way with the handshake cracking. And also check out our WPA cracking service over at skidhacker.com/WPA crack. This is Josh306. Thanks for watching.